Good evening. This midweek, thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Maloney. Wake boats have caused a wave of controversy in Vermont as a petition was submitted in early March to the Vermont Agency of Natural Resources calling for new rules about their use. Local 22's Josh Morrill was at a public meeting tonight discussing the issue, and he joins us now live tonight with more. Josh?
Yeah, Lauren, a citizen group coined Responsible Wakes for Vermont Lakes submitted that petition on March 9th, centering around the idea that wake boats are hurting both the environment around smaller lakes and the quality of the water itself. The group filed a 54-page petition in March calling on the Department of Environmental Conservation to tighten regulations. They estimate the percentage of wake boats on Vermont's waterways is under 1% of the total number of vessels, but that they are still making a difference in the terms of the health of Vermont's bodies of water. At tonight's public meeting in Richmond, a number of boat users voiced their opinions on the petition. Wake boats are power boats or motorboats designed to create large wakes for activities such as wakeboarding or wake surfing. The boats work mainly by using their weight to displace water. While Vermont regulates boats, it does not have rules specifically for wake boats. The petition, which cites 56 scientific studies, calls for keeping these boats at least 1,000 feet from the shoreline, a number that is currently at 200 feet. Also, it calls for establishing a minimum depth requirement for the boats to operate in designated areas as wake sports zone.
Wakeboat in surf mode would be prohibited on lakes that don't meet their three criteria. However, a lake that doesn't meet those three criteria, a wakeboat just operating like any other motorized vessel would be allowed.
Multiple people at the meeting had an issue with the language in the petition, calling some of it fear-mongering and that the studies are unsubstantiated.
Some of the verbiage behind it there kind of goes back to Sales 101, using fear, uncertainty, and death, and using some anecdotal evidence, real or not, about the nature of wake boats. I can tell you that I have been wake surfing on Lake Fairley since 2009. Interestingly, our loon population has continued to grow and grow.
Others called for more dialogue and synergy on the matter.
I don't know what kind of outreach has been done to the conflicting use here, which is wakeboarding. We support amending the rules to include wakeboarding as a normal use, but we want to see a procedure that is fair and just. Right now, the participation hasn't existed yet with wakeboarders or the wakeboarding industry.
There were a number of meeting goers that agreed with the petition and think that the wake boats could overcrowd certain lakes and disturb the environment, its wildlife, and the other boat users.
Wakeboard activities disrupt water quality and contribute to the root cause of why non-native species exist in the first place.
The Department of Environmental Conservation can either approve all the rules proposed in the petition, amend the list of rules, or deny any rule changes. The department is not conducting its own research according to Pearson, but has reviewed published research to help guide its decision, which could come as early as August. As of Wednesday, the department has not taken a stance on the accuracy made in the petition. If the rules in the petition are adopted, Vermonters and visitors would have 19 lakes that permitted wakeboarding. There will be another meeting discussing the petition in Manchester, Vermont next week. Live from the studio, Josh Morrill, Local 22 News.